We finally made it to Paris after a very long drive. It's got us in here at 4 in the morning, and we're looking at the Hotel de Ville, a massive stately hotel, and we're just about to make our way over to Notre Dame Cathedral, which I think is that building over there. Cathedral. This huge Gothic cathedral. There's some magnificent stained glass windows over there. The colour of that. All of construction of Notre Dame Cathedral. So like that, probably somewhere in the 1700s. You see the arches there of the Gothic. Statue of Joan of Arc. A few candles there in front. Looking up to the second floor, I would say, and way up to some more beautiful stained glass windows up the top. The Day of the Bucks carvings again. You can see they depict various scenes of the life and times of Jesus Christ. Cathedral. If we follow around, this place is huge. Yeah, shouldn't I? Well, you can see a great big pipe organ, which would be amazing to hear that playing in this particular cathedral, which would be very well acoustically speaking, wouldn't it? This water fountain just over here. Water spewing out of the Sphinx's mouth. It's quite effective. Right, we're making our way to the Louvre Museum. You see the Department of Justice over there with the chateau-like building over yonder, across the River Seine, and coming into view now is the Eiffel Tower, which we'll look at a little bit later.
Well, that was like when we visited Surrey.
Right, we've just arrived at the Louvre. See a rather impressive arch over there. Some magnificent architecture around here. Absolutely beautiful architecture. Look at these. This originally was a palace, I believe, and a fortress. And here's the pyramids. The glass pyramids at the Louvre Museum. Quite spectacular. Let's go in and have a look at some of many artifacts
check out
in the Louvre Museum. Look at some of the statues up here. Some marvellous architecture, as I said before. The French really know how to create buildings. Some pretty cool fountains as well. Right, we've just entered the Glass Pyramid. Now about to head on down, buy our tickets. Now to the Louvre. Now it has three massive wings. This is the Richelieu. You go downstairs, up the escalator down there, and underneath, and upstairs, and the Sally. It's the entrance to the Sally, which is that, which we're going to spend most of our time at. And I think is the Donna. This one goes to, I don't know if there's the escalator down there. It goes through to the Donna. Actually, the original foundations of the Louvre. It used to be a palace and a fortress before it was converted into a museum in the 1700s. Wooden model boats. Model fishies. Some fishies look like a bullfrog. Some ducks. Crocodile. There's a good one with the crocodile with the sun disc on top. Oh, there's beautiful blue material here. And I can't exactly. It's written in French, so I can't tell you what type of stone that's made of that blue stuff. Very nice.
La déesse du chat, je l'appelle Ronda.
Pussycat. Around here, they'd actually roll those over a piece of clay to sit. And,
Toothpick holders?
no, those are not toothpick holders. Those are
Shish kebab holders.
No.
That's right, it's a shish kebab. Wrong country.
No, they're actually paint.
They're
things.
quills. They're quills.
Paint thingies. You put your various coloured paints in there and you paint things with.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what is shish kebabs are quills.
Now another beautiful white alabaster paint thingy.
Ink. They're ink.
Some hair mirrors.
These are shavers.
There's some shavers over there. And something was sticking lady's hair. Some jewels. Some jewellery. Nice. The 26th dynasty, I think. There are sphinxes. And a couple of lines over there, lionesses. And it looks like some baboons, I think. Alright, some more statues of Sekhmet. One of a whole plethora of statues of Ramses II are found in Egypt, plus a hypostyle column. Yeah. Right, and this is the sundial right above us. It's quite impressive. Nevis the jackal god, Apis the bull god, Horus of course the falcon god, Hathor the cow god, woman god as well. It was basically Isis, Buddha. I have the body of a god, Buddha.
These best sketches.
That's a nice little still with Horus. Imhotep. Yeah. The bad guy and the mummy. In reality, he was the designer of the Step Pyramid at Saqqara. Isis, mother and child. And that's where Madonna comes from. Semiramis and Tammuz.
Yep.
Nimrod's wife and son. Oh, that's what that thing is. That's matte. You often see that in inscriptions, hieroglyphic inscriptions.
Horus,
Horus, yeah.
which is married to
Horus.
Isis. Is that right? Sonon.
Son, not a son.
And then
That's Nefertiti, where the Nefer, as in Nefertari, Nefertiti. That's a different. That's another bull god.
that's another one.
Yeah. What is that?
Get a load of meat.
Yeah, I've got things. Osiris, he was always pictured as a mummy. He's basically Nimrod of the Bible. There's Ptah. Over here is Ra, the sun god. Ra was the supreme sun god, but not really the sun in our skies today. And Ra got was sort of joined with Amun or Atum. Atum or Anum was the creator god, the first god. And in time, it got joined up together to form Amun-Ra or Atum-Ra. And there's Sebek, the crocodile god. And Moses, the daughter of Pharaoh who found Moses, was named Sebek, as in the crocodile god. Sebek Nefru Ray. And Nefru, of course, is Nefertun, and Ray was there. And Seth. Seth was Osiris' brother, who killed Osiris, and I believe probably was the Shem of the Bible. And Tot, the god of wisdom. Sekhmet, the lioness god. A hippo god, I believe. What is that ugly thing over there? No, not the thing on the right. The thing on the left. Not the thing on the left.
What is it?
Falcon god Horus. Check out that dog. That was excellent. Here we have what looks like the golden calf, isn't it? There's a Mavis bull. Look at that huge alabaster statue. I feel like I'm back in Chatsworth House with all these stately rooms from the 17th and 18th centuries.
I don't mind a few, like some of them.
All these open rooms that link to each other. Magnificent art. Put that for a bed. There we go, this is for... Wow. Back to the bed. That's beautiful, isn't it? Various utensils and plates. Oh, there's some Assyrian steelers. Oh, this is the Moab steeler. I think maybe a reconstruction of it.
It's commemorative of the victory between Israel and
Old Babylonian Empire steelers. These date back to around the time of the Exodus, or even before. And up there, of course, is the Shamash. You can actually see a crescent underneath the star there. See some winged lions up there, 4 of them in fact, which is significant from the prophecies of the book of Daniel. The blending of Persian and the Egyptian symbols there, the winged disc and the sphinxes. Some bulls and lions and more lions. Pretty good, aren't they? It's an interesting looking script. It's not it's alabaster. I think it might be an Arabic derivative. Alright, we've just finished a tour of the Louvre. We've only done basically this quarter of the museum and a little bit more over there, I think. Still got all this to do. Another time. We're in Paris. And this one, the Denon. It is absolutely huge, this museum. It's the Egyptian collection here is just far and above anything that is in the British Museum. It's a very impressive museum indeed. It has a feel of a French palace, which indeed it used to be originally, before it was converted into the Louvre in the 1700s. Down the Champs-Élysées, which is the main road from that really weird monument in the background called La Défense. Great big picture frame. There's lots of French cafes alongside here. Like this one over here. And behind us is the Arc de Triomphe. Look at the traffic on this roundabout. Actually, as you can see there, the traffic that's already on the roundabout has to give way to the oncoming traffic, which is nuts. Okay, that's the Arc de Triomphe, and over yonder, of course, is the Eiffel Tower, which we'll look at pretty soon. And actually, if we have a look up there, see people walking along the top of the arc. Hopefully we'll get up there. Hopefully we'll go up there now. Oh, look at the little museum that's in there. Look at this 360-degree panoramic shot of the view from the top of the Arc de Triomphe. Looking down the Champs-Élysées, towards the town, and out towards the Eiffel Tower. Right, we're just about up the top of this huge spiral staircase, as you can see right down there, to the top of the Arc de Triomphe. Oh, just about out of breath there. Well, let's go and have a look at the incredible view up the top here.
March into Rome?
Say that again. Napoleon commissioned it.
Yeah, Napoleon commissioned it.
Yep.
And it started in 1806 because it was stopped because Lord Wellington won at the Battle of Waterloo.
Yep.
And then they recommenced the finishing of it in 1823.
After that.
And what's the parallel with the Roman Empire?
Well, the Roman have an arch in Rome, and it was on the way into Rome.
Yep.
And it was an arch that they went under for the armies to go through under triumph, you know, with won the wars. Napoleon, because he set himself up as Caesar,
Yep.
did the same thing.
Oh, yeah,
He wanted to imitate it.
Yeah.
Monument.
Well, in a sense, the celebration of the Napoleonic Wars, which expanded France at that particular time.
Well, it was basically a symbol of the greatness of their empire. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. This is your walled city of Paris, and that's your entrance. And so people for commerce or whatever would have to go through the arch to get into Paris. So you're intimidating people as they come in to show your might of your empire.
Okay. Back down the Champs-Élysées, all the tree-lined streets there and cafes and etc. Right down towards that building in the background. Spin around. I'm not entirely sure what that monument is up there on the top of the hill. That's a fairly famous one here in Paris. And now we're looking towards the west, towards the Eiffel Tower. And just to finish up here, our view of Paris from the Arc de Triomphe. Oh, there it is over there. We can just make out Notre Dame Cathedral. Now looking back down towards the Louvre. Let's have a look at this muzzle of a roundabout that's below us. Look at the people who are on the roundabout giving way to the incoming roundabout traffic. Look how there's no lines. People are cutting lanes. It's an absolute free-for-all. I've never seen anything like it before.
About 10 lanes wide.
Yeah, having an argument.
It looks like an ant's nest when you stir it up. That's right. And now here's trouble. Here comes the fire truck. That's an absolute free-for-all. And off it goes. We're there and we're making our way up to the Eiffel Tower. And we have the Eiffel Tower.
This one and that one, they go up and
That's a long walk. And here's the view from the other side of the town. Oh wow, there's the...
Jetzt siehst du das Glasding von da, oder?
Maybe coming on. Oh, I know a few friends are.
Wie frisch?
Safety nets for you, just in case.
Oh, thanks for the comforting words. Oh boy.
Very nice way to get here and
Fish run out.
no, fill out paperwork. But what is fish much? You're looking at it strange, I think.
Great.
Please stop.
It's like a veggie junior.
Next stop, heaven.
Oh wow. That's better. Oh, there's a rainbow over there. Don't feel so bad now. Just a little bit more enclosed. Yeah. Just trying to work out where the lever is. Yeah, that's the lever there, yeah. So that's the palace lever, sort of attached to the lever museum, which is down there.
End of the park.
Yep. And the island of Notre Dame, where the Abbey is, it's just there. An island in the Seine. There's the Abbey. Oh. Right, that palace at the far end of the park here adjacent to the Eiffel Tower is called the École Militaire. Something to do with the military, I presume.
Palace?
Could be. That's the Grand Palace there.
No, it's the hothouse.
It does look like a greenhouse, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Great palace.
And that tower in the back there is the Stade de France. Right, we're looking west out towards the setting sun, the River Seine. And right down below us we see a soccer game in progress. Towards the northwest a bit, and looking at the Porta, my mistake, the Palace de Chaillot. That's directly across the bridge where we are at the moment. And if we look more towards the horizon, we can see the Porta de la Défense, where all those skyscrapers are, including the La Défense monument. Got a big picture frame which seems to serve no purpose other than only eyesore. And it's quite unusual actually that the skyscrapers are there away from the CBD. There are really no skyscrapers in the CBD itself, so I presume that's where a lot of the businesses have their headquarters. If we look again towards the north, you can see the Arc de Triomphe.
Oh, these are arcade.
Where we were before. You can see any people up the top there. That's probably a good 7 stories high. 7, 8 stories high. It's one heck of a staircase, spiral staircase up to the top of it.
with the sunset like this.
Yeah.
You see the world down there?
The who?
The world. There's a Sabirgio table done.
Oh, the great big globe up there. Yes, it is getting pretty chilly up here. just a tad chilly. Just a tad.
Have a look, lads.
Right, looks like radio transmitting material up the top there. Ooh.
War nicht mehr einstellen, ne?
You're watching the sun go down here at the top of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Absolutely beautiful. Stream.
Hey, voetballen.
And that too.
tides?
What if that's what it means in the Bible when it says, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord for tomorrow? Spectacular, isn't it? It's almost a whiteout. Caves now here at the top. Look at all these obstacles. Bloody tourists. Oh, Scotty one. Look at that for a drop. Trevor's got a wet bar. He's enjoying it here. This is beautiful. Well, the fog still hasn't lifted, as you'll see, but it should do so in about an hour or two, we hope. Getting to clear up here at Mount Pilatus. Absolutely beautiful up the top here with all this snow around and cloud. Isn't that beautiful? Mount Pilatus. We are at 2,000 feet, 7,000. Not 2,000 metres, 7,000 feet. And hopefully it'll clear a little bit more. I've just had a lager, a whole bottle of beer at 7,000 feet, and I'm feeling particularly merry at the moment, I must say. Let's go up to the top there and checking out the view. Okay, so have a go at that view down to the woods. Lake Lucerne. Oh, spectacular. Look at this. Look at this. That is magic. We're high above the clouds, looking down towards Lucerne, which is somewhere through those clouds, and towards the beautiful lake. I'd love to see this on a perfectly clear day, which might happen later on this afternoon. And looking down towards the restaurant, and yeah, the railway comes up this way, and the cable car goes down this way, giving you an absolutely spectacular view over the lake. It costs us about $65 Australian to do the round trip up the 48-degree angle cable car cog thingy, and then down the cable car. But as you can gather from the beautiful scenery up here, it's certainly well worth the money spent. There's Trevor posing for a photo now. I don't know, that looks like it's shallow to me, I'd say. High up in the clouds here.
You can get that one.
Looking over towards Lucerne. My hands are freezing.
Yeah. It'd be beautiful walking here in the summer.
Oh yeah, my word. Skiing down here, if you could do actually.
Okay,
if you had a ski
We've got
like
5 minutes or another half hour?
half hour.
5 minutes.
We're going.
And looking down there, that looks like a luge track to me. I think that is a luge track. We'll love to do that. Over towards the Alps in the back.
No, just back to the hotel tonight.
All the way down the mountain. That's a long way down.
You got that?
There's the view down to Lake Lucerne. Go! Focus. Oh wow. It's swaying a bit.
There we go.
Oh,
We're meant to. That's right. We did it happy.
What town's this over here?
No, she's getting pretty foggy.
Started this morning.
Somewhere off the other side of the wind here. Don't see from the side. You don't
Ready for the
Brother here gave it the arm.
Can't see a thing.
Ich habe ein Signet. Es gibt den Brother gibt's ein anderes. Was wenn?
Okay, what car coming up?
You guys are going to Melbourne, do you? Melbourne? Whereabouts in Melbourne?
Oh, this on this track. Right, we're on the cable car going down. There's chairlift, I should say. Look at that.
That'll do.
It's too foggy.
The Air Force has done something like that.
There's the view down the
He's
Lasoon
gone back to
Valley.
America,
Oh yeah, they're talking back America, but I'm saying...
and they're waiting. And I heard that they are awaiting justice, a sentence.
Yeah, but I'm
They
saying,
haven't heard anything
but I'm
about
saying it's taking so long.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean, how much to get the evidence wouldn't have taken much.
Oranges. Nicholas spruces, aren't they?
Spruce goose.
Size of them.
They spruces.
As I said, these are the areas that probably are the skiing areas more. There's too many paddock fences here for skiing, but
It's private. It's just to get people
but
up
this
to that
side.
stuff.
Certainly is.
Hey, listen to that. Listen.
All the sheep.
Oh wow.
See, like there's a black one down there shaking its head. It's beautiful.
I don't think
They've all got them on it.
It was driving me crazy.
don't think they have any problems with lost sheep. The goats, aren't they? Yeah.
Are they?
No, there's sheep in there and goats.
Ah.
So it's probably the goats have got.
No, they're sheep. They're not goats.
Can't you separate between sheep and goats?
So we're fixing it up, ready for winter.
Right, we're just about into Clynes, our
Repatching the roof over
destination
there.
before we catch the
Where?
bus.
Over there.
Oh yeah.
Strip it off, redo it. It's down there.
New tire on.
I'm surprised most of them are
And
flat. You think that slope at least?
it's a nice church up there. Well, a view of Lasoon by day. Very pretty spot indeed on the river, on the lake I should say. There's one of the many ferry boats that sail on along Lake Lasoon. See the mountains in the background. Beautiful little restaurant on the river. And main train station. View on the other side of the bridge. Looking back towards the Cover Chapel Bridge. That's Lasoon, now we're on to the Rhine Falls. At Rhine Falls, which is very close to Strasbourg on the Rhine River. You can hear it in the distance. There's YHA up there. Yeah. To remember that next time we're in Germany. Down towards the river. Let's go and have a close look. Right, that's the mighty Rhine Falls. The power of the water there. The Rhine River is the longest river in Europe, starting from northern Switzerland, flying all the way through Germany, and it goes right into Rotterdam, actually sort of the North Sea at Rotterdam. Certainly quite spectacular at this particular location. Yes, it's pretty loud a nice backwash just beneath it. Ships, little ferries, I think from over that direction, ferry people across to that little backwater where they jump off rather tentatively, I would presume, and go up to the islands of the lookout. Yeah. I wish we were here a few hours earlier, we would have done that ourselves. So that's the beautiful and mighty Rhine Falls, and now it's time for us to make our way to... Just arrived at Swarovski's Crystal Well here in just outside of Innsbruck. Beautiful spectacular mountains all around us, and there's the face, the crystal eyes. They're just almost completely surrounded by mountains around here. It's quite breathtaking. So let's go and have a look inside this Crystal Well. And around this here is this huge wall of crystals. So there's like a couple of stories high. Now entering the Crystal Dome. It's quite spectacular, isn't it? Oh, flash! It's the little faces appear in the slots. Oh, wow, certainly need your echo already. The acoustics in here must be incredible. It doesn't matter where you are, you can hear your voice echoes. It actually seems to, the closer you are to the centre, the more profound the echo. For animals here, I made a mistake before when I told you the price of some of the really big ones was around $500. It's actually $5,000. I dropped 102 for you. So here's a quick look through the look at all the animals on display. From butterflies, and now we get to clams, sea animals, porky pig, kangaroo there, beautiful what's that one there? $290 for the really big one we just saw. Oh, that's a choo-choo train. Individually they sell from around $50 to $150, so all that set will probably be at 6 by 100, so about $500 or $600. Nice selling shit. You got all of the cello, and saxophone. Bunch of grapes. Okay, lovely. Ready? I like this one. Innsbruck. I'm not quite sure what this river is here, but Innsbruck it runs on, but certainly flows fast. You got a beautiful, absolutely glorious mountain backdrop behind us. Typical Tyrolean style houses. More glorious mountains. Just the whole place is surrounded like mountains. It reminds me a lot of Salt Lake City. Beautiful spot indeed, isn't it? We're up in the Austrian Alps at the moment at a restaurant called the Meerhof. Have a look at this absolutely wonderful valley view. That is special. Typical Austrian town down the base there. We have had absolutely perfect weather here in Austria, and the temperature has just been so pleasant all the way through the trip from England and so forth. Couldn't ask. Fantastic. We're looking back towards a typical Austrian village over there. Absolutely wonderful. Well, we're just about approaching Neuschwanstein Castle in the distance there, the fairy tale castle of King Ludwig of Bavaria. Well, we've arrived at the base of the mountain upon which Neuschwanstein Castle is situated. We're looking up through around there, up the mountain. There's a guy up there parachuting his way down, albeit very slowly. That'd be spectacular doing that now. There's a little German town at the base of the mountain. Right, we're just outside the castle now. Quite impressive, and up over there we can see 2 or 3 guys actually hang gliding over there. Here's another look at the castle from outside. Right, you can see the Alps behind us, and the sound that you hear is a mighty rush of waterfall. And you can turn around here. Wow, what a view. Fantastic. Oh, is he still up there? Cool. we got up here about, quarter to 4, to the base of the castle. The guys, well, the last guided tour was 4 o'clock. The guys made it up in 15 minutes just to catch the last tour. Unfortunately, I should have given them the camera, the video camera, to take a look inside. Took a look through inside. I just missed out. I was carrying a fair bit of stuff and just about had a coronary trying to get up here. But I think this view up here is a nice consolation prize. But next time I come to Europe, if there is a next time, I definitely plan to go for a full guided tour through this magnificent looking castle. Beautiful scenery behind us as well, with the lake and the German village. So that completes, excuse me, we'll have a little tour of through Bavaria. One of the main squares in Salzburg. So, some sort of monument with some sort of Greek god there. And there's the castle up ahead of us. There's the castle, and we're at another main square. Just trying to find the entrance up to the castle. I don't exactly know what the building is there. It looks like it might be some sort of opera house. But you can see some of the horse-drawn carriages around here. This is the home of Mozart, I believe, here in Salzburg. Not to mention the Sound of Music. There's a nice romantic way of touring around Salzburg, a horse and carriage. Lovely. Right, there's a statue to Mozart, who grew up here in Salzburg. Just a little bit of an idea of what the main streets look like. There's the Cafe Glockenspiel. And back to another cathedral. Beautiful horse and carriages. I'm told it costs the equivalent of around about $50 to go for a bit of a ride around on one of these horse carriages. Here's a look inside the Salzburg Cathedral. A very typical Baroque style of architecture, very nice. The locals here selling a bit of sense of humour. Yeah, with a bit of a sense of humour there. No kangaroos in Austria.
It's mine.
That's what
One. Yeah.
that's what Mulder is.
Sigmund Freud.
Female body inspector. And www, as in the internet, but we want women. Want to be just like Barbie, which has everything. We're going up the cable car now, up to the castle here in Salzburg. Just up the top near the castle. And how about this for a wonderful view? There's Wayne's Fat Head Road. And looking down on the city of Salzburg. Do you have a name for this river that we're on at all? Salzach. That's the River Salzach. And looking out towards more mountains. Oh, there's a nice castle over there. And looking back down the Cog Railway. Right, we're now looking at the view from the other side of the castle fortress. And beautiful mountains starting to appear in the background. That building just there is our guest house, our youth hostel that we stayed. And looking out towards some glorious mountains. And down to a nice cafe down there. And this is the view from down near the cafe. Road streets here. Right, we've just stopped for a pit stop at where this little restaurant is here on our way from Salzburg down to Venice. We're still well inside Austria at the moment, but from this particular restaurant, our pit stop we have this amazing view. Beautiful mountain scenery. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, we're on the
most of the south. We got a lot
the
of
bridge
south
that north next to the mainland to Venice.
It's agriculture, so
Just over the distance there.
down.
Yeah. So that's our first view of Venice. Yeah. Hostel accommodation here in Venice, which is just down here on the waterfront of this island called La Giudecca, which is directly opposite the main island. Basilica over there, or another bloody church, as we've come to refer to it. And unfortunately it's not lit up at night, but there is the famous clock tower of Piazza San Marco that Venice is. It's a very famous landmark here in Venice, which is at the mouth of the Grand Canal, which separates the two main islands. Venice itself is not on the mainland, but in the middle of a lagoon, a coastal lagoon, separate from the mainland itself. And so you have to drive across the bridge, park your car, and then catch a ferry to wherever you're going. So that's the view at night time from Venice. Welcome to morning in Venice. We're looking out our bedroom window here at the hostel. This lovely view across the canal. Little chugga ferry passing by us, and looking over towards Piazza San Marco. It's the first bridge now. I don't think that's Rialto just yet. Seen a few gondolas over there. You see there's a lot of traffic on this canal. No, not good. canal front cafes. There's a local casino. Looks like it needs a bit of a paint job on the front.
I think some of them very, very well.
You can see some of the doors are a little flooded, aren't they? Give you a bit of an idea of just how much the water's risen over the centuries here in Venice. We're starting to see our first gondolas now coming into view. Traffic getting a bit big here. Coming around now to the famous Rialto Bridge up ahead there.
Is it what?
It's the Rialto Bridge. I think that's the one in... I'm thinking the one in Florence is right. Despite the Paltry Bridge. Might get flooded from the other side.
It's only three.
Just at on the other side of the Rialto Bridge now. It's a lovely spot here with lots of gondolas and waterfront cafes. A lot of water traffic. Slide canals over there.
What's in there?
It's a destination, San Marco, which is right. We've arrived at Piazza San Marco, the main square in Venice. There's the tower. Hopefully we'll get to go up there pretty soon. It's just pigeons everywhere. You just have to stick out your hand and pigeon will fly there begging for food. I think this is Deschamps Palace. It's a great big mural painting on the side of it. And if we look around here, looking across the mouth of the Grand Canal across to San Giorgio, and we were staying just down that direction at Guadita. Alright, let's another look at the main piazza. This couple here just got married, getting ready for their photographs in front of the Basilica here. And in front of us, of course, is the tower. So quite nice, going for a bit of a wander through these back streets in Venice. So let's come here. And there's going and watch some glass being blown up there. And another entrance to the cafe in front of it. We're just crossing one of the bridges in the back streets here. Well, we've just arrived at the top of the tower, San Marco Piazza, and as soon as we get through here, we'll look at the view down. It's down towards the piazza. And, looking across the mouth of the Grand Canal. That's the South Isle, and in the distance over there is La Guadica, where the hostel is. And yeah, it's a little bit of a mad view, it looks like, over Venice. See, the buildings aren't really that high quality here. But there is certainly a consistency of those sort of earthy colours, the orange, the white, the yellow. Not too well maintained, but the consistency about it sort of gives it a beauty from a distance. It's hard to spot any canals from up here actually either, except for the mouth of the Grand Canal. So down around, looking north. And just past there is the St. Mark's Basilica, I think it is. And we're now looking around towards the east, I think it is. And that's towards the Adriatic Sea.
One of them is supposed to be lovely.
And looking down towards the entrance to the Piazza, across to San Giorgio, beyond San Giorgio, over to La Guadica. And just down there is the mouth of the Grand Canal. As you can see, that Venice particularly on a weekend where we are now, it's absolutely crawling with tourists. We have these beautiful cafes everywhere around here, the square. Oh, that's coming out. This one's pretty grand, isn't it? It's quite special. It's just wonderful walking around the streets. In the back streets, and some of the beautiful shops and glass blowing, all sorts of things. The buildings aren't crash up from up close, but certainly the shops in the back streets are lovely. We're just having a look at some silica now. I wanted to show you something. The wing line is a very common symbol here for Venice. You see it everywhere. You even see it on the banknotes here, the lira. The wing line was also the symbol of ancient Babylon. And according to Dr. Hay and those who study where the various races went in the Bible, the Babylonians migrated here to Italy. All on the main piazza here, these cafes with musicians serenading their customers. It's a lovely sound. Really creates a wonderful atmosphere when you come to Venice. As we're in Lucca, shaped as an oval. Oh, I'm going round and round circles here. It's time to go for a cappuccino. Alright, we're up on the top of the walls of the town of Lucca. This is another walled city. Beautiful little gardens over here on the left hand side. We've had all sorts of fun trying to get out of the city actually. There's the wall, and looking over to the Tuscany mountains. It's quite mountainous around this particular area. The actual town of Lucca itself is pretty ordinary to look at, but when you go for a walk around the city walls, it's absolutely beautiful, especially on a nice clear Sunday morning. The Tuscany mountains in the background over there. Everyone's certainly taking advantage of the beautiful sunny day. The town of Lucca, where we stayed overnight, to Pisa, and we just put a visor over that, and just in the distance there you can see the Leaning Tower itself. About as far as you'll go here. The countryside here in Tuscany is really lovely once you get out of the city. It's quite lovely indeed. Typical Mediterranean look, very similar to Southern California in certain respects as well. So, alright, there she is, the Leaning Tower Pizza. And you can tell just by the straight building next to it just how much of a lean it's got. In fact, you can see they've actually strapped around it. Hoping they can catch the fall. And this is the great big basilica next to it. Apparently got a lot of scaffolding around it. And it's another part of it. And Pisa is actually a walled city. And there's city walls, actually inside the city itself. And just to give you an idea of how commercialised this place has become. All the tourist shops and tourists around here. It's seething with tourists. But then again, it is a Sunday, so you could expect that. Oh, we've just reached the Italian Riviera. This beautiful coastline along the northwest coast of Italy.
C-A-M.
Up near Portofino.
Camaglia.
It's the playground of the rich and famous, as you can see. It's a boat out there. We've come on the wrong day, a Sunday. There's just far too much traffic around. We've had a big pass by.
home of margaritas.
We're asking that question, we're not sure of the answer. Lots of little mopeds and scooters around.
Here we go, Genova.
Oh, look at that. They have money to live here. Hostel accommodation in Menton, which is about 20 minutes east of Monte Carlo. It was one heck of a drive up here. Very high, very narrow roads, and a most spectacular view looking down towards the French Riviera. We're just here at the restaurant, just going in for dinner before we check in. And I'll just give you a quick look at the view. Just a quick look at the excellent view from Menton on an iPhone. We'll get up on the hill a little bit later. Get up on the hill and have a look when it's a little bit more dark. We've just had a lovely meal at the French equivalent of the Hog's Breath Cafe here near the youth hostel, looking down from the hostel now down towards Menton at night time. Yeah, it's a nice sight. You should have seen the climb up here. It was quite something, wasn't it? Wayne, it was incredible.
12-foot wide road.
If that.
But that's 2 lanes.
Exactly. But I must say,
with cars parked on the side.
yeah, it's certainly quite spectacular as we were driving up. Was I had troubles keeping my eyes on the road because of the scenery. Anyway, and tomorrow morning we head off to Monte Carlo, and then up to the Matterhorn. Yeah, so it should be a good day. It's right on. Well, it's just about sunrise at the moment. Standing at the pool. There's some bloody big boats out there. And up there is the palace, and of course is the mountains that surround this beautiful city. View up towards the mountains and the apartments that surround Monte Carlo. Aside from the little tiny Principality of Monaco and its major city Monte Carlo, this is the view of the Bay of Monte Carlo. The pool's down there, and there's some huge, absolutely massive boats in this marina here. It's right on sunrise. We haven't got much time here, it's just enough for a quick look-see. And beautiful pink clouds over there. So that's Monte Carlo. And now we're on to the Matterhorn. And here's a quick pan from the other side of the bay. And up to the palace up on the hill. Well, we're currently at Simplon Pass, which is just on the Swiss side of the border between Switzerland and Italy, on our way to the Matterhorn. And we're starting to see some snowy caps around again. There'll be a lot more snow where we're going. Town at the base of the Matterhorn called Zermatt. Taking a train up there. And quite a pretty little town, it's pedestrian only, basically. As you can see, this is a beautiful ski resort. It's a typical Tyrolean style church over there. And looking up towards the mountains, up to walk out, up to where the cog train goes. Look out up there. The ski lift, cable car. Okay, and there is the Matterhorn just coming into view right now. Pretty impressive mountain. Apparently there's a guy who's done this dozens of times. He's in his 90s now. The last time he climbed it was when he was 90. Yeah? That's fair, isn't it? I saw it on Healthy, Wealthy and Wise. Alright, this is about the best view that we're going to get here today from Zermatt. Looking up to the Matterhorn. And there's actually, as you can see, the cable car and that to the lookout over there in the distance. We were thinking of going up there, but it's pretty late in the day. That'd be a spectacular view of the whole Alps from up there. From the town, and just over here is a good example of how the boats terminals. How they go with that bridge? That's a great one. It must be about nearly 30 litres long. They have a tendency not to put space between the words and build them together. Through here. Have we found the place of safety? This is Zermatt. The House Petra, built on the rock. Here in this beautiful town of Zermatt. I'd rather be here during the Great Tribulation first. Here's a quick little pan of the town at Twyla. Beautiful spot in there. Okay, on to Egypt.
Don't take over what you've already videoed, mate.
Oh, I just checked. We're winding down our trip here. Back in Europe for the weekend in Belgium.
You know we got these.
And we're over at Reese Ellis' place. Reese is the one with the fire in there.
The Belgians are like Egyptians. They ask money also to take video.
Don't charge me for this. And you got Reese at the back there, and his wife.
Ask you too much for filming there, Roger.
That's his wife, Fanny, there. Say hi, Fanny. Funny.
Hello. Who am I saying hi to?
Oh, anyone.
Say hello to Ray and Jules.
Hello,
Say hello to
Roger.
Ray and Jules and their little fella, what's his name?
Mackenzie. There's Trevor writing down his Bailey's recipe, which I got to get. And Marcel.
Hello, Roger.
And that's Neil, his wife Diane. And of course there's Wayne. We've had a good time here in Belgium.
Just full
about
green, lean, full green.
we're just about to head off to Brussels tonight.
Yes,
And
it's Belgium.
back to Frankfurt. Streets of Brussels now. That's it. And look at that for a huge mall. This goes on and on and on. Yeah, big very. Is that Liberace and some text by that? Whoops. A little violin case as well. That's like quite long, isn't it? And this now is the main square of Brussels. I think it's this building here that's known as the Grand Palace. And next to this is beautiful and quite tall cathedral. Some lovely statues alongside there. Really make it quite a sight. Kids singing in the background. And there's beautiful gold panels on the front of some of these buildings. Restaurants and so forth. Yeah, so it's the Grand Palace. Just at the end of our grand adventure. We're at Frankfurt Airport, just about to go our separate ways. Here's Wayne, relaxing with his German beer. Certainly enjoy those German beers. So tell us, Wayne, what have you liked most about the trip? He's too drunk to speak at the moment. What's been the highlight?
I reckon
Switzerland, yeah, definitely for me too. Love Paris.
I love it.
What do you
I
think?
will be back. We will be back.
We will. What do you think of England?
It was okay. I mean, typical Aussies trying to spread ourselves too thin, too far. But,
too much too quickly.
Huh?
Too much too quickly.
Yeah. But no, it was good. It was a pleasant company. Nice setting. Good location. Looks good.
Definitely not the pub lifestyle in England. The pub lifestyle, yes.
Pub lifestyle is definitely.
You go in for a daily pint every day.
Yeah, well that's it. So it's their social club.
Absolutely, yeah, the social
It's their
club.
social club. Because you've got such little towns that everyone mingles.
And they all have their own personal beer. Go to a different pub and there's a different beer everywhere. Or a different scotch.
Yes. Actually, it was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. The publican we met was quite a
It was quite interesting. Well experienced.
Definitely well experienced.
It was a good experience, that one. But yeah, it was a shame about the weather. Like we caught the end of that hurricane, so
season,
we kept getting the wet. But then again, it showed us what the Brits had to put up with.
Yes, they can handle the weather for like that.
It's dry.
When the
It's
sun,
beautiful.
when the sun comes out, albeit briefly, it's beautiful, yeah. Countries on Europe.
On what?
On Europe. What do you think?
Okay.
Paris?
Paris. Paris is
Expensive?
expensive.
Very.
Very expensive. You get here and it's expensive. It's crowded.
Hard to get around.
Typical French. Unless you know French, you can't get here and get around because nothing's in anything but French. Structurally, in Paris itself, it's good. They've got decent height limits, kept the character of the place, and they've maintained some of their structures like the Louvre, the Tower, whatever. Tower, Parisian. If you ever go to watch the sunset on the tower, make sure you take your landing gear with you.
The jumper.
Yeah, not a jumper, try a snow gear.
It wasn't too bad at sunset. It was that when it got dark that it really started to bite.
Yes.
But it was magic watching the sunset.
Oh,
That was
brilliant,
magic.
brilliant. But to really appreciate it, you need to be out there, and so that's where you need the cold gear.
Beautiful.
Something to cut the wind out more than anything.
Yeah, it was quite windy.
So if you actually cut your wind out, maybe even a little beanie or something, it would have been okay.
It was beautiful at night.
Oh, yeah.
Very pretty.
Yeah, watch the lights come on and things, it was nice.
Lucerne, Switzerland?
Lucerne, nice. Even the little towns we passed through, they were nice. Same as Austria. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, it's mountains, unlike us, Australia. They're mountains, so that was spectacular. Well, we just have to learn to become millionaires, so we can have our little chateau over there for 3 months of the year,
Yeah. But
I know, but I'm just saying. It'd be
I
nice,
would.
nice to get here and go for it. Like that. 3 weeks.
skiing would be wonderful.
Oh,
If you knew how to ski.
right.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah, but we've had some very good hostels. Even last night, there was a nice hostel. The night before at
Luxembourg.
Luxembourg, it was a nice hostel. The only one that wasn't the crash was at
Skiing Willies back in Sydney.
Which one was that?
Vienna.
Venice.
Yeah, and that was, but then you can't expect, because you're out on the island, you can't expect too much anyway. It was because so many people had to be
I like
multi-bank.
Venice. Venice is alright.
It had to be that big bunk room.
Okay, on to Austria now.
In Austria,
Beautiful.
nice area. But that's fairly similar, I suppose, to Germany areas as well.
Beautiful weather we had
Big
there.
contrast to Italy.
Italy's smoggy.
Oh, couldn't believe coming through there. I thought there was bushfires or something.
Bushfires. I was just astounded by the smog.
It was what? Oh,
These boys are having a bit of a laugh over. I've been sending messages to Michael LeBon.
a gentleman in. We woke up at 4:30 in the morning in Australia. Who's now sending us messages back and forward to advise us where to go in Bangkok. But yeah, see, I think he was very appreciative to be woken up at 4:30 in the morning.
Especially by the sound that last message we just sent. Where were we? Austria.
Austria.
Italy. We're talking
Oh, smog.
about the land of no sunsets. Remember that? Remember
What sunset? It's all haze.
Remember we were driving to Venice, driving westward, and
And forget about this thing called tobacco-free zones.
and Trevor here makes a comment, because he's been to Italy before, land of no sunsets. And we're like driving along, and it's clear sky except of course for the smog on the horizon. And we see the sun in full glory, and then about 10 minutes later it's like gone, and we're checking out hang on,
Where'd the sun go?
the sun's not supposed to be set just yet. It's got another 15 minutes and it's gone through the haze.
No colour, just gone.
Just gone, yep. Venice?
Venice. Interesting. It's the sort of place you really need 3 days to get if you want to get the feel of it.
Oh, I said 2.
But,
I would want to
but it's the sort of place that I don't think most people would go back. Once they've done it, they wouldn't really necessarily go back to it.
No, because in Italy, they do not.
Unless you've got someone you know there to show you the real back street stuff.
The back streets were lovely, but one thing that disappointed me about Italy is, okay, it looks good from a distance, but up close, they really don't make an effort to keep their houses looking good.
No, they're not maintaining it.
They don't maintain their houses. They look crap up close, look terrible. And like places like Austria and Switzerland, a beautiful Swiss chalet style, and that Alpine look is just so wonderful, beautifully presented.
But Milan, that area, the north area, Italy, they do make a bit more effort. But you do have a lot of smog still up there because it's your heavy industry areas.
Yeah, that's right. And we went to Lucca. That was good fun walking around the walls, just like we did in Convoy.
Yes, that was nice actually. Lucca was a nice. That was
I didn't like
image of Italy that you'd imagine.
Well, the Tuscany area. I didn't like so much the town itself inside, but walking the walls looking outside towards the mountains was lovely. It was really quite nice. And then we drove up, of course, to up to the Riviera area. That was beautiful on the Italian Riviera.
If you can find a parking spot.
If you can find it. Oh boy, that was great. Really windy, narrow roads, but breathtaking scenery, and it's really the playground of Italy and Europe, for that matter. Very nice. How's the beer?
Quite nice.
Good. We have tasted the German beer and we like it. Yeah. Then we went to Menton near Monte Carlo and had a good time there. The windy roads. Oh, that was a drama going up the road.
Yes, Shoemaker. Step aside, Shoemaker. We'll rally with you.
That was the only hostel that we got to when it was light.
And thank goodness we did. When we got there, we decided to forget about going to find food somewhere else. We're staying.
Oh, it was scary driving up that narrow,
want to go at night.
narrow, windy road. That was scary.
Didn't want to go back up at night.
Oh man.
Yep.
We made a quick trip in Monte Carlo to take some photos and bright and early. Then we zoomed back up to Switzerland, up to the Matterhorn. That was nice. Pity we didn't have more time there. I would love to have gone up to I was supposed to look out up the cable car. That would have been nice to go up there. We had the time. We went back to Basel and back to bloody Frankfurt. Of course to Cairo. We've already spoken about Egypt. How much we dislike the place. Those terrible Arabs. What do you think of Israel?
Israel? Good.
Very good. I enjoyed Israel.
It's the sort of place you realise now what you have to do is do a bit of research because there is so much and it will be interesting. So you need to get here and search it out beforehand to know what you want to see and a bit of the history behind it. But I was very impressed in a few things. They're very...
they really make an effort to present the country well.
Yeah, they present it well.
Unlike Egypt.
You know, you can be a stranger and you will be able to find somewhere someone with information for you. Excuse me.
We've had to move our conversation elsewhere since it's getting close to boarding time at the duty free shop. Okay, final comments. Israel.
Definitely the sort of place you have to do some research beforehand. There's just so much that's interesting. And
from a biblical point of view.
Yeah. But even as a pure tourist,
Jerusalem's a nice city.
It's interesting, but if you know a little bit, you understand it so much easier. Because you've got the contrast of so many different countries. Take, the Muslim countries. You squeeze it through because you're not taking anything else.
Stop interrupting, Trevor.
We haven't got much time.
So you end up. It's the sort of place to definitely go back again. But if you do it, you really do need a week minimum.
I really love Jerusalem. Just the old city and historical sites, going through the markets.
In the old city, you need 3 days just to finish it and the surrounding, portions.
What was quite nice too, when you get out of the old city and you go to the sort of the shopping mall area, just outside of the old city, the new area. And that's quite lovely. Cobblestone streets, plenty of malls, good restaurants. They maintain it really well, beautiful.
Anything. You look at all your new buildings. They've used the old stone stuff, like the limestone.
That's
so
right.
It blends. And so even in a modern building, you can tell by the windows it's modern, but it blends with its neighbouring building. So you still have a good feeling about the place. It's not as if there's suddenly these modern, strange objects sitting next door to a historic old building. They all
Well, I mean, that's the whole... I mean, even all throughout Europe it's like that. They put restrictions on high rises. You hardly see much domination in high rises in most of the cities. And even like in Paris, the high rises are like out of the...
Yeah, they've got that inner area and then they're out.
Yeah, the quarter defence, whatever. Yeah.
Well, they're probably 2-3 k's out.
Which is quite unusual for Paris.
Well, it would be nice for Sydney if it had that sort of foresight for their CBD. I mean, if you had your multi-stories all over Redfern, what's it matter?
That's right.
It would have been beautiful to keep like an 8-story high all the way through Circular Quay to Central. And then you went high-rise from there back to Redfern.
Exactly, or even over North Sydney, just put it all up there. And what's it? Northern Israel?
Northern Israel. That is definitely an area you need to do your research.
Do your research.
Because it's a bit like Australia. It's got the history, but it's spread. And so unless you know what's what about each little town, you don't know what the significance of them are.
That's right.
That's where I can understand why there's so many of them guided tours, the big land tours and things like that.
But I think the Israelis, they can be very well proud of themselves for Israel. I mean,
driving along in desert and suddenly you come across these little oases, orchards or vineyards or
well, it's not even that arid anyhow. And the strange thing is it's quite deceptive because you think it's just so arid and desolate, and you go a little further and you see the soil ploughed, and you realise just how rich the soil is. It's amazing.
But you notice where it's ploughed. They've had to get here and go through and take all the stone out of the soil. You know, it's very late. You know, it's a lot of effort gone into that to make it so that they can use that land. Where unless the Arabic
countries don't give us stuff. It's short-term profit.
They just don't. They're not worried.
They're just interested in short-term profit, unlike the Israelis who really take pride in their country.
And also the other thing is, I know the difference I think is the Arabics are very much like trading, and they're on the surface, where the Israelis put their roots into the soil.
That's right. Overall, what do you think of the trip? Wonderful time?
Oh, very interesting.
Great time. You come along for the ride?
Came along for
Originally.
The ride. It's just, I need a break, let's try it. I think I'll have to go home for a holiday.
Yeah, plenty of early rises, that's for sure.
And just to get the stomach going well, I think it'll take a week or two after the...
What are you complaining about? I got the bloody Pharaoh's Revenge, you didn't.
Oh yeah, but just them breakfasts. Even the European ones with all the cheese and bread and cheese, you know, no toast or anything. It's just a change. It's good though. And it's a good education for next time.
Yes. I love Europe. It's certainly been the highlight, particularly the Alpine regions, Switzerland, Austria, Germany. Love to come back sometime. Israel, I wouldn't mind to come back. I could probably take it or leave it, but I would love the opportunity if I do ever get the chance to go down to Eilat, which we didn't get to do, and go scuba diving.
Next time you take a week, you spend 3 days down in Eilat and 4 days in Europe, in the rest of it.
See the coral there?
And you do your research beforehand.
Yeah, definitely.
So you know what time things are open, what days, that sort of thing. So you go to Eilat probably the weekend where they're closed. And the rest of the time you go through. And it isn't that far, but it's just coordinating the timing of getting to events.
Yeah, I would love to see the corals down there, magnificent corals like the Great Barrier Reef, and you go swimming with the dolphins. Would have been wonderful. But another time maybe.
Well, just come to Europe. What's a little hop over to Israel?
True, it is expensive. But Europe,
if you're going to come for 1 week, you must come for 4 weeks.
Yeah, but I think Europe's probably the most beautiful of the continents on the earth. Beautiful. Pricey, lush, green, incredible variety, wonderful variety of people, language, landscapes, everything. Wonderful housing. Beautiful, absolutely wonderful, and that's what I remember the most about this trip. So it's goodbye from me, and goodbye from Wayne, and goodbye from Trevor, somewhere in this duty-free shop. And it's back home. Au revoir.